Hello everyone and welcome to Pubwatch episode 28, I think. Is it 28?
I think it might be.
It's-
Might be 27.
It's...
Didn't we skip 27?
Did we skip? I don't even know. Whatever, it's episode 20, almost something 27 or 8. My name is KOKOStern, thank you so much for joining us. And with me as always is my co-caster Onin. Onin, say hi.
Hi. And our topic for this week, we actually did miss one of the qualifier teams we hadn't covered yet, surprisingly enough. And it's actually the team that's playing right now on Wednesday when we're recording this. Well, not right now, it's in the future. They're gonna be playing today. It's Mouse Sports.
Yes, we actually really wanted to do them, especially now where we have a good reason because Syndren came in and stuff like that, and then we looked for games with Syndren, and he hasn't played for a month, and it's just again, Valve is screwing with us with those damn replays being expired, which is just unfortunate, but luckily we did find a wonderful game with FATA, which is amazing, and the guy who I don't even know how to read his name. I don't think anybody does. I don't think he knows how to read his name. qojqva. Is that okay, Onin?
I think qojqva is the most normal way to pronounce his name, but yeah, that's not a German word. That's not even a German collection of letters. So really, who the fuck knows?
Okay, so that guy. So we got a really crazy game for you. We're only going to do the one because obviously there's the qualifiers and you just, in most cases, would rather watch the qualifiers. So we have one crazy game for you, hopefully. It'll be fun. And let's just go straight into the game. I mean, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Onin.
Yep.
So 3, 2, 1, play as we go straight into the game. And on the dire side, we have letters and hearts. Pudge going mid. We've got a Slark, which is 8340 going top, along with a Tuskar. Tuskar Slark is pretty freaking insane. The only thing better, I think, is Tuskar plus a Centaur, which is even scarier. And this guy is just what's the word I'm looking for? This sign, the Tuskar. It's
Copyrighted.
Copyrighted. Yes, this guy's copyrighted. That's the thing I'm looking for. We've got an Icy Ancient Apparition going bottom.
Fittingly.
Yeah, and and Reptilia on the Silencer. I would expect a Venomancer with that name, but fine. And qojqva or qojqva. I don't know why I want to call him qojqva, but qojqva, whatever his name, is going to be playing the Nyx Assassin and supporting a Troll Warlord, which is also actually... Is this someone that we know?
The battle begins.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I recognize
I'll double check for you.
I recognize the smiley. I mean, obviously it's not that famous. It's not that simple of a smiley. And, oh, we have actually Ancient Apparition getting up the haste on qojqva. He tried to impale, but now, well, Ancient Apparition does a lot of damage. Sadly, he picked Cold Feet instead of Chilling Touch, because with Chilling Touch, he would have probably been able to kill qojqva so far. But doing a lot of damage, seeing the Troll Warlord getting the hell back. But now Silencer is here, deciding to pick up Glaives of Wisdom instead of Last Word, so not a lot of damage. A Troll Warlord will take a little bit of hits. But they seem to be fine for now, which is enough time for me to introduce the other players. FATA on the Skywrath Mage going mid against the Pudge, so Pudge shouldn't have too much fun if he spams the crap out of him. And Rubick at the top, as well as Crystal Maiden. Offlane Rubick Crystal Maiden against 2 melees, so I guess it's fine, and going to be annoying.
Yeah, some very typical pub lanes here. A dual support off lane versus a dual melee ganking semi-carry-esque heroes. And then you've got the extremely annoying AA and Silencer dual ranged, very good at harassing up against, well, at least Troll Warlord can be ranged, but he's generally more seen as a melee carry, so he's also not having the greatest time in.
Yeah, even more damage thrown out on qojqva or qojqva. I'm just gonna say qojqva. I don't know. That's just how my name. And oh, slow down Ancient Apparition. This could be first blood if he manages to get there. He's gonna hit up on Silencer because he is closer. Gonna throw out a lot of damage. Wow, Silencer, 73 HP. 73 HP. He's still fine. They can't reach him. And man, Nyx Assassin wants to mana burn. But is he gonna get the range in? It's not quite there. Not quite there.
Yeah, a bit of an odd choice by the Troll Warlord to actually go for melee form halfway during that gank. He was most likely baiting to get a bash, but that's a 10% chance.
Mid Skywrath Mage on Pudge, mid 11 HP. Okay, he's fine.
Totally fine. And if FATA had waited there just a moment,
Oh, but
suddenly Crystal Maiden here.
And at the bottom, damn. Yeah, Crystal Moon was there, and at the bottom, they did manage to find Silencer. I guess he just didn't have a flask. And Nyx is going to be happy with that, claiming the first blood. And whoa, Skywrath Mage! What the? Oh, it's just an invisibility rune. I thought he got someone. Okay, just an invisibility rune, which would probably help him get someone.
Yeah, it's odd to see that the Crystal Maiden actually rotates into mid lane. I mean, it's not like Skywrath Mage needs any help whatsoever against the Pudge. Like, eventually he might want to get some gank setups since the Pudge gets dangerous, which is mostly at level 5 when the hook actually has a decent chance of landing. But a Skywrath Mage is one of the heroes with the best amount of harassment from any ranged hero, having both the continuous right-click attacks and just constant arcane bolt spam. So it
And
doesn't need
Rubick gets snowballed at the bottom if... Oh, the pounce actually missed, so he should be fine here. He should be fine here for now. And also the Crystal Maiden, like you said, leaving the Rubick top alone against a Tuskar and a Slark, that's death.
Yeah, at the very least, she could have stayed around for the Rubick to farm up some boots of speed so that he would at least be a little bit more safe around here. But now, yeah, it only takes a slight combo from the Slark and the Tuskar, one snowball into pounce, and that Rubick is completely dead.
Oh, look at this. One snowball into pounce. What did you just say, Onin? Dead Rubick.
And if there was a Crystal Maiden there, then she could have just frostbitten one of them, and immediately he can just run out and survive. But now Rubick, stuck at level 3, as a offlaner against a level 4 Tusk and a level 5 Slark. He's gonna have a really
he's gonna
bad
die, and at the bottom, Silencer is caught out as well. They went too far in, and then, I'm not sure if they knew the Crystal Maiden was there because she was in kind of hiding and just here in the forest. So she didn't actually show herself in lane, I believe. But they were too far in, and one of them was going to die. Turned out to be the Silencer.
Yeah, might just be that the Crystal Maiden decided to rotate simply because there's a Troll Warlord here. He's our best carry, so I'm probably a lot more useful if I help this guy get a lot more kills on this dual lane and just have a much better time, not get shut down by the harassment potential of AA and Silencer. And, well, if Rubick has to die a few times, that's just gonna have to happen. He's not all that important. And you might argue that the Slark and Tuskar, because they're dual laning and actually not pulling creeps, they're not getting as much from this lane as they really could have. Although both of them are level 5 by now, thanks to that kill and just thanks to getting the lane so easily.
Oh,
so
look at
they
him.
are going to be able to rotate into... And another
Rotate,
snowball on the Rubick.
just kill Rubick. That's just their abilities. They can't do a thing. He just kills them. I mean, it's just so easy for them to do.
Yeah, still no boots of speed on the Rubick, so that snowball is pretty much going to hit every single time.
And, well, you want to shut down the Troll... I mean, you want to help out the Troll Warlord, and then you kind of want to not give Slark and Tusk so much free farm, especially when they get kills, because Slark can snowball and Tuskar can also snowball, not in the sense of his ability, but in the sense that he just... If they get farmed, they get much stronger. And, whoa, at the bottom we actually had a dead Ancient Apparition, but Nyx is chasing after the Silencer, and yes, there is one additional mana burn to clean him up as well. So both of them actually dropping now, Silencer and Ancient Apparition. And this time it's the Rubick that's rotating there, and the Crystal Maiden left alone. And, oh, Skywrath Mage has a haste. That's a dead Pudge.
Yep, he can turn around and hook him a little bit, but there's no way he's going to survive this.
Ooh.
So, oh, just get it an eye.
Yeah, that's,
Of course.
that's pretty good.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom tower is
FATA
under
just
attack.
going right back to his lane, gonna keep up his farm, since he is gonna be some sort of a semi-carry Skywrath mage, not the support Skywrath that we've also seen quite a bit of. So doesn't want to waste too much time, and poor Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
Had to take the Rubick's place on the top lane. She does have boots of speed, but it's just not enough to survive this kind of combo.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This thing is really terrifying. Snowball into Slark in your face, he pounces and you just do not get away. It is just so damaging and just so potent.
And it's really questionable whether leaving the Slark, especially the Slark, the Tuskar not as much, but we've seen how powerful a Slark can be in the ways that Absolute Legends played them in the TI3 qualifier. That guy can win games on his own by just constantly ganking and eventually being a pretty decent semi-carry as well. So leaving this guy alone to snowball is probably not that good of an idea. He probably won't be able to out-carry the Troll Warlord by himself in the late game, but he is supported by a Tuskar, a Pudge, and a Silencer, so the Troll Warlord is gonna have a bit of a tough time against that team.
Yeah, and finally, Skywrath Mage finally goes in for the Pudge, but there's 4 heroes around here, and then look at that. But wow, actually, Skywrath Mage puts up the ultimate, does a lot of damage to Tuskar, will drop eventually, but they're all still alive. Nyx Assassin's still around, Crystal Maiden comes up, and the stun from Nyx will take care of Pudge, and Nyx finally level 6 goes invisible, and they will be able to clean up the Silencer as well. Crystal Maiden will get frozen here, but can qojqva kill another one? Oh, he does, but there's so much damage from the tower, and no, that Carapace doesn't actually help against tower kills, but Crystal Maiden does manage to clean him up, so it's everybody. I mean, qojqva died, but that was an initiation, and Skywrath did die, so it was 3 for 2, I think, kind of. They were waiting at the top here. There was 4 heroes from the Dire just waiting around. They waited for Skywrath to come in. And he did manage to clean up Pudge before any help could come there because he just has so much damage, but then they just jumped him.
Yeah, but it was a 4v3 initiation from the Dire team, and they actually lost the most heroes, so that's completely not worth it. Getting the kill on FATA is pretty important, since the Skywrath Mage has had a very free time on his lane so far. But yeah, not a good trade means it's not all that great of a move right there. And,
well, the Slark and Tuskar are very much content of just going back to their lane and having fun. Now Nyx Assassin.
There's a sentry there.
Yeah, they saw him. I doubt qojqva can find anyone here. Maybe the courier? No, not gonna happen.
Surprisingly diligent from the Tusk to actually put a sentry ward down there as soon as he notices the Nyx Assassin being level 7. Knowing that Slark getting such an advantage on his lane will make him the primary target for Nyx ganks from there on.
Nyx and Tuskar's like, oh, you're there? What are you doing there? Okay, and now, qojqva is so screwed. Look at that snowball. He's not going to get there, but... Oh, from behind, he's completely stuck. And the hook will be there and claim him. That was just, That
was a very good ice shard. I need to remember that angle.
Yeah, that was really good. Oh, Skywrath Mage. No, the hook actually misses, but... Oh, he has a haste rune. He's fine. He's fine. That was really close. And now Pudge, too far in. So much damage coming in. Fateful Nova and Skywrath Mage nukes. That's just cleans up Pudge so quickly. And it's Pudge, which has a lot of HP. It's Pudge. And still, he drops like nothing.
Yeah, that's what a lot of nuke damage can do in the early game, and just not expecting two supports to be waiting in the mid.
Finding the Silencer, using up the ultimate, that dead Silencer. Look at that Skywrath Mage. Look at FATA. He's just demolishing anything he finds. And that mana pool with Skywrath is just insane. 689 mana, and now he has Arcade Boot, so it's 900, almost 1,000 mana, and he's level 8.
And I'll just pop a regeneration rune, so he's gonna get all of that mana right back. And so whoever is gonna fight him in the mid lane is not gonna have that great of a time.
Bye Tuskar. Oh, Rubick comes from behind and cleans up with the Fade Bolt. Unpleasant. Unpleasant.
Yeah, and the question really is for the Dire team, where the hell is Slark? He's free farming because he wants himself a Shadow Blade.
That hook at the top as well, Pudge at the bottom, just getting troll. And that's going to be the choice here from Slark, it seems. Yeah, like you said, Shadow Amulet.
Yeah, it's a decently synergistic item on a Slark, since it gives you yet another way to get invisible during fights and thereby activate Shadow Dance regeneration. But it's pretty expensive, and you can be a powerful Slark.
I just missed everything.
But there's a hook.
Yeah, not gonna help. And oh, Skywrath Mage actually gets the ult. That's a Silencer. And the hook, 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 the hook. Oh, he gets someone else. That's fine as well. Troll Warlord puts up the ultimate. But Rubick stole the hook, got the Pudge. And Skywrath manages the last of his mana. Can they get the Silencer as well? Definitely, especially with that Vendetta. And 2 for 2 at the end somehow.
Once again, where the hell is Slark? He was out of mana, so he couldn't continue fighting anymore, and he almost has enough money for his Shadow Blade, and he might actually just sell his Poor Man's Shield or some of his branches to pick it up right now.
Rubick hook, but I think it's a suicidal one, and it seems like, yep, it is. Tuskar just, okay, if you want me to kill you that badly, Walrus Punch, and you're just dead. And he just walks away. So Rubick using up that hook, and can Pudge get a return on qojqva? qojqva. Can he? Hook? No, qojqva sees him. It's not going to happen. AA ult's going to be annoying, and actually, yes, hit, but that's all. That's all there is. Skywrath Mage's going to throw out a couple of things. There is no hook quite yet.
And in the meantime, the Silencer has decided, I'm sick of these initiations, these teamfights everywhere, I can't do anything here, I need to farm. I've got just Tranquil Boots and 2 Mantles of Intelligence, how useless am I?
Nyx, wow, with the ultimate, thrown out Pudge, still alive, no, commits suicide actually, but could have survived there. The slugs come from behind, takes care of the Troll Warlord actually, and Slark does finally have his Shadow Blade. Now the Tuskar will throw out Crystal Maiden a bit of a bind here, and that's the snowball, but he's kind of on his own, does take care of the Walrus Punch on the Crystal Maiden, and will be taken care of very quickly from all those nukes. So again, it's like 2 for 2. It seems.
It's really surprising how even these trades are, and as long as the Troll Warlord is caught in all of these fights, it's actually pretty good for the Dire team. Their team is really adept at killing, fighting, ganking everywhere, and they do need to have someone actually farming in the background, which you'd want to be the Silencer, but really his start has been so bad on his offlane that he's not gonna get anything significant anytime soon. But yeah, as long as the map doesn't go towards the Radiant, the Dire is completely fine with that. They want to have map control to be able to put a lot of pressure with just the fear of meat hooks, the fear of Slarks around the corner, and the fear of snowballs out of nowhere.
Oh, and what did he get? Rock. Rubick got the rock. The Pudge just walks up, and ooh, Ultimate Silence is going to come up. So Pudge, can he do something? Silencer throws out. That last word on Crystal Maiden will get caught and demolished immediately, but Slark is there. They do not see him quite yet, but now his ultimate is gone, and that's just going to be a Curse of the Silent. Invisible qojqva is going to find the Pudge. One hit will clean him up. Come on, you know you want to. Get that Pudge, and the Slark actually jumps up on the Rubick that is a dead Pudge. Like we said, Troll Warlord, though, manages to kill Slark before dropping himself. And now it's Nyx Assassin versus Silencer with the help of Skywrath Mage. Is going to be cleaning up very, very quickly. Nyx getting the last hit with that mana burn, and well, Tuskar's nowhere to be found. Finally comes back in. That was just again 3 for 3, I think.
I think it was a 3 for 2 actually. I mean, oh no, there is the Crystal Maiden who has already respawned, being rather low level. So yeah, 3 for 3 eventually. And again, they did get a pickup of the Troll Warlord, but FATA's Skywrath Mage got a pretty good trade out of that, and they lost both their Slark and their Silencer. So that's not the way that they want to have these fights ending up. They really want to have the Slark and the Silencer benefit from all those kills, and they're not really finding it. Meanwhile, FATA, Skywrath Mage, already picked himself up a Vitality booster, going for that typical roll of Atos. And I think, yeah, Nyx is a Blink Dagger.
Crystal Maiden is so dead, but can he get the Tusk? Doing a lot of damage, throwing the ultimate even. Trying to get the Tusk from really, really far away. That's Skywrath Mage is pretty much bombardment from really far away. That's what that hero does, and FATA's been playing him pretty magnificently so far. And oh, we've got a snowball coming in, but wow, they managed to clean up. Slark, can he get some? He does manage to get it, and it's just a 1-for-1. Slark gets the TD and walks away.
Yeah, but finally for the Dire, they got some good hero trades, trading only the supporting Tuskar for FATA Skywrath, who had been getting so far ahead. He really needed to die, and Slark making sure to get him at least a very good choice. I gotta say though, the Slark's item pickup, going for the Shadow Blade, sure, it's nice and it has nice synergy with your skills, but the biggest problem with it is the strain it puts on your mana. The Slark already barely has the mana pool to support the ample use of his own skills, which don't really cost all that much mana, but they have so low cooldown, and you want to just spam them as soon as the cooldowns are up, that you're gonna run out of mana pretty fast.
Hook up on the troll roller. He can get away here. It seems like he can because no ultimate was put up, but the snowball on the CM. She is so dead. Skywrath Mage trying to, not really sure where he wants to put it, and yeah, he just destroys the Pudge immediately with his ultimate. But now Rubick is completely stuck on his own with that global silence, and Skywrath Mage can't do much. Oh, who's caught up as well? Nyx Assassin invisible. Slark, he did see the Slark coming in, so Skywrath Mage should just get the hell out of there. And Nyx still invisible. Slark just hanging around each other. Has invisibility rune even, but he doesn't actually grab it quite yet. And like you said on the Slark, he's picking up now an Oblivion Staff. Oh, Nyx Assassin sees him. The stun is there. Long range stuns. Can they get him? Yes. Long range nukes coming from Skywrath Mage. They managed to clean up the Slark pretty quickly. Lucky pickoff there. Yeah, what I was trying to say, Slark, he doesn't have a lot of mana, and now he's going for his Orchid, which is very nice, especially on that damn Skywrath Mage, so that's going to bring in his mana. But in most cases, if you don't go for some kind of mana item, I really like seeing Soul Ring, which we never get to see on him. An Ancient Apparition gets away here from qojqva just jumping in, but is there enough damage coming from the Skywrath Mage? Ultimate, again, do you want to? Yes, you definitely do. And Pudge, look at that, just dropping to a whole ultimate. They're going to find the Ancient Apparition and the Silencer. That is almost a complete team wipe from the Radiant side. Wow.
That was so messy. I'm not sure why they were standing around there hoping to defend against, yeah, just all the Radiant team having all of their ultimates ready, having the better positioning behind the tower that was just about to drop, and then you just get the Pudge down so easily, and yeah, then you've only got a very underfarmed Silencer and the support Ancient Apparition who just go down so incredibly fast. The Dire really can't fight all that well without either a Slark or a Tuskar, preferably both of them in there to reinforce your front line and to get initiations on multiple heroes at the same time. You kind of want to hit the hook at the same time as either Slark jumps in or Tusk snowballs in, so that you really spread out the Radiance team and make sure that they can't just respond as a team.
Yeah, start up with the Polar Punch, and now the Troll Warlord, no, thinks better of it, and Nyx Assassin, who wants to clean up someone? Can he get the Silencer on his own, because there's just not a lot of HP? Maybe Tusk is a better decision here, and oh yeah, that's the Troll Warlord, but no! Pudge Hook is gonna get you! No Tuskar for you! And qojqva does die immediately. Rubick actually walking in, really wants to get the Tuskar. That is not the correct decision. An additional Walrus Punch. Snowball into a punch, and that's a dead Rubick. Just a little bit of greediness.
More than a little bit of greediness.
Oh, and
that
Skywrath?
gives the Tuskar Sky is
Again with that ultimate on Pudge. Every single time. Full ultimate on Pudge.
it just does such amazing amounts of damage, and with the Road of Atos as well as the concussive shot hitting, there is absolutely no way you can get out of there. And yeah, like you said earlier, Pudge being an amazing tanky hero, but against that extra amplify from the Ancient Seal, 36% more magic damage on a 900 damage Mystic Flare. That's gonna kill ya, even if you're a Pudge with a decent amount of flesh heap strength. It's just gonna kill ya.
And FATA finds it every single time. He's gonna be level 16 soon, and if we actually take a look at the hero level, Pudge is level 10. He's gonna be level 16. That thing does 1,200, 1,200, and whoa, actually Troll Warlord, yeah, at the bottom. In a little bit of trouble. The hook is not going to do anything, but really, again? Does he have the ultimate? Really? He doesn't even need to use it. Screw that, I have haste. I'm just going to bombard him until he drops, and this time Pudge cannot find it. He still has the ultimate, but no, finally! FATA missed an ultimate! Oh my god, it has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Troll Warlord wants to clean up something, but he's so dead with now the Walrus Punch coming in here. Ultimate from Crystal Maiden tries to do to Tusk. Can she get him? No, and Tuskar actually has the Blade Mail to clean up and tries to get away now. Carapace, they are going to clean up the Tusk with the help of Rubick. an Ancient Apparition. Blink in from qojqva. Yeah, they should be able to get him. It's a double kill for him, so it's 4 for 3 going in favor of the Radiant here, but pretty much just sports living.
Yeah, most of it due to the fact that the Slark wasn't really able to do all that much in that fight. Getting initiated upon first and then just suddenly snowballed back in and thinking, what the hell am I doing here? I want to get out. But he just really wanted to farm up his Orchid. He's only about 400 gold away from it, and like you mentioned, it's just gonna make such a huge difference against FATA Skywrath Mage. But FATA is now level 16, and aside that Mystic Flare doing shitloads of damage, the most important part of level 16 Mystic Flare is the cooldown. 20 seconds. You're gonna be able to kill every hero one by one with that thing.
Well, the mana cost is going to deter it a little bit. I'd like to think. He does actually have a lot, so he could cast it twice in a row if he wants to. But that's pretty much it. Anything
if he doesn't
else.
use too many arcane bolts.
Yeah, and oh, Nyx Assassin, they're going to find the Tuskar. That's a dead Tuskar very quickly. Oh, the Hook tried to help out, but there's already Dagon up on the Nyx Assassin. And Ultimate, again, did he find the Pudge? No, he couldn't actually find the Pudge. Did waste it. So now low on mana, but other than mana, the cooldown is going to be there next time. Definitely. Look at that. It's already back up almost.
Yeah. Did a decent amount of damage with his ulti actually, but without any slows, it just really doesn't do nearly as much, which is what makes Rid of Atos.
Oh, and they jump in. Silencer immediately destroyed by the Skywrath Mage. Tuskar trying to get the Nyx Assassin Snowball, not actually lead latching, and Skywrath Mage will finally drop a Walrus Punch. Will be the last hit, and oh, the Hook actually hits on Slark, which takes them away, and they could just get the hell out of there. This Crystal Maiden do not go back in after you get the Frostbite from AA. They should all survive this, I believe. Yes, Rubick is fine.
Nyx Assassin still looking for a kill though, but he doesn't have any mana, so the best he can do is just get a Vendetta last hit and then blink the safety and run the hell out. Although, right now, I guess the only thing he is doing is scouting, and he'll just retreat back out as soon as his Vendetta runs out, which is right now.
Oh, Frostbite, but no! Troll Warlord gets caught up by the Pudge, but Pudge has no mana to actually dismember, just demolished by the Troll
And he got
Warlord.
bashed!
And he, oh, it seems to get bashed. Skywrath Mage now dropping finally, that Orchid doing the work for Slark. And who are they going on as well? Oh, Nyx Assassin comes in and manages to do enough with a Dagon. Tuskar, come on, but the AA ult should take care of Nyx Assassin as well. And Troll will drop to the Silencer with that Glaives of Wisdom. So that's everybody's dead. Complete team wipe. Holy crap. 34-34, 25 minutes. Yes. What?
I don't even know what's happening this game.
Who's ahead? Look at the graphs. Look at the experienced one specifically. He's wee going up and down. Like, holy crap! Just updated. I don't know if you saw that, but I was just. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure who's ahead. They both have the same amount of what the hell.
Yeah, I really gotta say though, a lot of the fact that a lot of how even this goes comes to the back of the fact that Troll Warlord kind of doesn't have anything. He's running around with Phase Boots and Elbow Dominator, which he's had for like 10 minutes now, and beside that he's got an Ogre Club and the recipe of his Blacking Bar, with the Mithril Hammer still nowhere in sight. He's died so often in these fights. He is 3 for 7. 3 kills, 7 deaths already. So if this guy would have just spent more time farming and farming safer, instead of constantly getting picked off in team fights. I mean, why is he even fighting team fights? He only really has the Whirling Axis to help with team fights. You've got the Battle Trance Ultimate as well, but that's global, so you don't really need to be in a fight to be able to help everyone with that. If he had spent more time farming and finished his BKB before he actually started fighting, I think they could have just made a lot more happen, because so much of the Dire's side rests on spells. Pudge wants to cast stuff. AA has nothing but casting stuff. Slark, half of his damage is from spells, especially now that he has his Orchid. And he finds a very easy Rubick kill here.
Oh, qojqva, finally the Silencer gets away from the tower. He just demolishes him with a very simple Nyx combo, which is hit you and Dagon you and you die.
He didn't even Dagon, he just stunned and mana burned.
Yeah.
That's all he needed.
Pudge could not find that hook. Yeah, that did not happen.
Already saw it coming. But the one thing that the Dire has picked up just now is 2 Force Staffs, one on the Silencer and one of the Ancient Apparitions. It's kind of odd that they come both at the same time. It just
Oh,
shows
Skywrath, he wants him. The snowball, that's a super fast snowball. And they should be able to clean him up with the help of Slark. They do. Who's going to come in here, and can he do anything? Nyx Assassin? No, doesn't actually find the stun. Hasted Tuskar snowballs into you. Remember, Snowball does 150% of your movement speed when you cast it, and oh, the pounce actually misses, and Troll Warlord dealing a lot of damage to himself while fighting, and the stun comes up on Slark. He manages to clean him up, and Ancient Apparition is now kind of stuck. Tries to TP away, the hook is going to land on Nyx. Ancient Apparition does manage to get away. Carapace will get Pudge stuck, and now, can they get him? Slow? No, Slow actually does not land. qojqva should have the stun, though. Silence, a second too late. They should be able to clean up the Pudge now.
Just TP out.
Hook. No. Tried to get the Nyx, but couldn't actually do it. Pudge drops to Troll Warlord, and Nyx now.
I think he could have just TP'd out. I'm not sure if the Frostbite was off cooldown, but beside that, the only thing they would have had is the 10% chance to bash with Troll Warlord, which really isn't consistent, especially if you just don't have any form of attack speed items. But seeing all these kills, the Troll Warlord has actually gotten quite a bit of money since the last time we checked, so he has now finished himself up his BKB. But it means that they kind of gotta do what they had been doing for the past few minutes, which is group up as 5 and start team fighting. Because as soon as you don't, this Slark, he's pretty much done as far as items go, so all he wants to do is kill people. Kind of like qojqva is doing right now.
Yeah, that was a nice pickup with Tuskar. Snowball is there. What did Rubick actually steal? That is the Ice Shards and the ultimate plus BKB. But oh, Force Staffed away out of those shards, and he just goes off with the Snowball on the Rubick. Says, I want to get someone ultimate. Mystic Flare was there, and now Slark is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to run away or come in, run away, get the hell out. Okay, so there's 2 people dead. And still, oh, the stun comes up from the Nyx Assassin. He gets Orchided immediately. Not that he already casted everything. And Slark, oh, silenced and damaged, but they decide to just get the hell out of there. Well, they have no detection over Shadow Blade. Pudge comes from behind, though, and he needs to be careful. Skywrath Mage is really fast.
This Pudge needs to get the hell out of there. I really think the Pudge needs to start getting a bit of farm too and getting himself up a Force Staff as well. It's really gonna make wonders for both his own initiation and just being safe. Because this guy, sure, he lands hooks pretty decently and gets a few kills that way, like this one right here.
That he isn't getting quite yet, because he just got frostbitten and the Troll Warlord. But the Slark will finish it for him. And can you go up against the Troll Warlord on your own? Yes, with an ultimate Mystic Flare is there, though. Yeah, to deal a little bit of damage. What's the range of that Mystic Flare? Did he just put it and TP out?
Well, if you hover over the thing, you can see that if you have your camera locked on the Skywrath Mage, you can't even see the edges of Mystic Flare's range. So that's pretty high. And damn, qojqva, he's finding more kills than the Slark, which is kind of commendable, but can he... No. Is he gonna pay for this time? It really looks like it.
Yeah, he finds the kills and then drops. It's Dagon 3 by now.
And he asked, what the hell was that for a pounce? And the Slark calls him a pig, and...
Finally, a language you can understand, and those Force Staffs are really coming in handy to get the hell out of that Mystic Flare. So that's a really good pickup from the Dire side.
Apparently the Slark has learned from Miguel how to play him, and, well, seeing AL, we could believe that.
Yeah. I'm actually really disappointed. Do you have a good reason why not to pick up Soul Ring up on Slark? It's just the most useful early item. It makes him so viable because it gives you all that mana.
Well, it would be nice if you do go for the Shadow Blades, because I explained how it puts a strain on your mana. But the usual item build from Slark that we see on Miguel is just going straight phase and drums, at which point not only do you get a decent amount of extra mana from the drums, you also just don't use as much mana and don't really need to rely on your mana as much, because your attack speed or movement speed alone gives you enough chasing powers that you don't need to constantly pounce around. So not going for Shadow Blade means that you don't really have that much mana issues. You should be able to go around without any regeneration whatsoever. So Soul Ring would then just be 800 gold, not going towards drums or towards any other useful item.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's going for Scotty.
Yeah, this Slark right here is never gonna get mana issues ever again because he has an Orchid and in 1400 gold also a Skadi. And yeah, look at that, 1500 mana on a Slark. You just never run out of that, even if you didn't
And
get the regen.
global silence comes up, but the hook is there. The Skywrath Mage, so much damage coming in, and the Walrus Punch will clean him up. Pudge, can qojqva do something? But no, we've got Slark coming in from behind, cleaning up. And now on the Nyx Assassin with the Orchid, can he actually get qojqva? They're running around here. There is an additional pounce, but no, he gets picked up by the Rubick. And at the right side, yeah, we have a dead Troll Warlord just going up alone against the Pudge. And the AA and the Silencer as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, but 3 dead on the Radiant side and only 1 on the Dire, and they really want us to get this tier 2 tower on the mid lane. And it's something we haven't talked about at all yet. Towers. There is still a tier 1 for the Dire up, and now they're gonna pick off their second tier 2 tower in the mid lane. So, as I mentioned, the map control, it's very much in favor of the Dire team in terms of towers, and that's really good for them because they also have the threatening.
Oh, he got the Nyx. Look at it, he got the Nyx. Nyx went invisible immediately.
Nah, they can't get him. Nyx actually picks himself up a Gem of True Sight just to make sure to never lose sight of this Slark. Make sure that he can't really benefit from the regeneration of his Shadow Dance inside of team fights. So a really important pickup for them, and qojqva has to make sure to survive here and not run into the sentry ward and get killed. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, but there is a sentry ward he notices immediately and gets the hell away. Luckily, but Silencer, yeah, he has a blink and whoa, Mystic Flare, even that, just to clean him up. I'm pretty sure you could just throw your nukes and that will be enough. Frostbite will come up. Crystal Maiden, do they want her with a snowball? No, they don't have people here anymore. I mean, Pudge has gone away and Slark as well went top. He wants to finish up his Scotty before re-engaging. And there you go.
Yeah. Scotty, I honestly don't really like Scotty on a Slark simply because it's a really expensive item, and at the time where you could afford a Scotty, why not just pick up a Butterfly and start being a carry? Because Slark has very good carry potential as soon as his attack speed becomes high, because every single attack gets you 3 extra damage and 3% extra attack speed from the Essence Shift. So just getting a lot of attack speed can make him a really powerful carry, so just focus on getting all of that attack speed. Whereas I have Skadi, the slow isn't really necessary when you just pounce people in place and then destroy them, and then make use of Shadow Dance for the...
Troll gets BKB and decides to just go for it. Immediate global silence. The Pudge hook finally misses when thrown out into 15 people. Wow, Slark. Slark actually found out by the Nyx, the invisible Nyx, with the Gem of True Sight, so they got him, but the Tuskar manages to clean up Crystal Maiden, will pay for it with his life as the nukes fly out, as well as Troll Warlord comes back in. And that was a buyback from Tuskar immediately. He wants to just come in there. qojqva once again is invisible. The Mystic Flare will come up, the Silencer, but that is a big snowball. Coming back in, Pudge will once again miss, and Tuskar now in a lot of trouble going up against the Frozen Chisel. Will try and slow down Troll, and actually works. They clean him up. The slow is there, but from behind, yeah, we got the Nyx Assassin cleaning up the Ancient Apparition. Now Tusk, wow, that was is 107 movement speed. He had 107 movement speed at that point, and the hook finally latches and will clean up Troll Warlord. Should clean up, yes. There's that. TP out, Skywrath Mage. Doesn't want to die. And Skywrath, after Rotovatus, he's actually died a lot and doesn't have too much, to be honest.
Yeah, he also really hasn't spent all that much time farming, so that's part of the reason why he doesn't have all that much gold. But now finally gets a little bit, 240 gold, 2400 gold, which he starts spending on a BKB. And yeah, that's very, very necessary for this guy to actually have some way to survive against the Slark, who has become very dangerous now with the Skadi pickup. Not the greatest item, but it's still making him very dangerous.
It's actually funny with so many kills that we have, and we have Pudge and Silencer, which are, you know, they gain a lot from kills. Silencer actually has 30 intelligence stolen, and Pudge sadly only has about 18 strength from 10 flesh heap stacks, which isn't much. because he keeps dying before any kills happen because the Skywrath just targeted him so much during the early game. But the Silencer, he does have a DD now. He doesn't have a lot of farm, but, you know, if he keeps seeing kills, 30 intelligence stolen, remember, that's a lot. And Slark will find Crystal Maiden, demolishes her, probably. Wow, how is she alive with those 6 charges and the mech? But, oh, one last hit. Okay, fine. She finally drops. He's level 24 at this point.
And it's really, I'm really just waiting for the next team fight to break out, because all of these pickups, they kind of don't really mean all that much. They find support here, they find an unimportant Pudge there. Is he actually gonna survive this? Yeah, just
Well,
fine.
Hook, nope, Hook doesn't actually like this. Double Silence is still there with Trouble Lord. Finally, BKB just mans up, goes in, gets the Ancient Apparition, 4 staffed out, no, still alive, throw, yes, one last hit, okay. He does finally drop, but he's in a lot of trouble. The Hook misses, but he's caught by Slark. No, he's dead.
Finally.
He's gonna drop there.
And
Yeah,
actually, did the Tusk just pick off the Rubick by himself?
and
It
died
does
for
look
it.
like it. And he did die for it to probably the Mystic Flare from Skywrath.
Oh.
No, actually didn't even need to use one. But that fight could have gone a lot easier for the Dire if Slark had just immediately jumped on the Troll Warlord. I'm not sure why he's afraid of this guy. He's outfarmed him so significantly. Like, in terms of net worth, the Slark is up to 15,000 and the Troll is still at 9,000. That's how much of ahead this Slark is, and he really does not have to be afraid of the Troll Warlord at all. In fact, he should man up against him to make sure that the Troll doesn't find a bash on one of the supports and destroys them much faster.
Oh, qojqva coming in to try and help out the Crystal Maiden Slark. That is the incorrect pickup. And they clean him up, the Nyx Assassin, with a Dagon 5 and working towards that E-Blade with a Ghost Scepter and Hasted Skywrath Mage for the rescue, helping out the CM.
That could have been a bait, but mostly it just looked like very unfortunate timing for the Slark. Just initiating as qojqva was in the vicinity, within blink distance, and yeah, the very lucky haste rune of FATA. How many haste runes has this guy found? And how many kills has he gotten with a haste rune? At least one with every single one, so somewhat lucky, but also just making so good
AA Ultimate found Crystal Maiden, and he got her. She dropped right here.
That is just so sad for her.
Oh, and now Skywrath Mage jumped upon the Silencer, but he does put up the BKB. The punch still throws him up in the air, but that's all it does. And 2 BKBs, they're now chasing, and well, the Dire finally seem not that strong, and there's a tactical pause for you right there. Slark did die. Wait, Slark away from... He's dead. Come on. Just keep on going. Troll Warlord, Global Silence. Silencer, you're still slowed by that Rod of Atos. Well, it's not Rod of Atos, it's just slows that happened before. The Hook misses, sadly, and Rubick will drop. Oh,
Yeah.
Ancient Apparition Ultimate, finding them every time.
Yeah, but that was really the opening for the Radiant to make stuff happen in this game.
They clean up AA as well.
It's just so...
Dire's top tower has
So much
this
damage.
is so sad.
That is,
is under attack.
Without the Slark, the Dire really has such a harder time fighting, so it's actually surprising that they managed to get some decent trades. Sure, all they killed were the supports, but when you kill the supports, it's suddenly only 3 heroes, and it doesn't matter if they're the strongest heroes on your team, and the Skywrath and Nyx Assassin can pretty much just destroy any hero on the Dire team whenever they have enough mana and cooldowns to do so. But it's a bit demoralizing, and yeah, without the Slark, there's not that much that the Dire can do against all of those pickoffs. So the Radiant just has to find a kill on him, and then just get continuous pickoffs from there on, and try to make sure that they don't die in the process. That's really all they have to do to start to turn this game into a win.
As crazy as this game is, we have to start thinking about, I mean, it's 41 minutes, and yeah, everybody's actually, most people at least are like level 25 or very close to it, and we have to start thinking about potential,
Dire's
and we have to put it on the side of the Radiant at the end, because Troll Warlord is obviously the biggest carry in this game, and Skywrath Mage. If you want to look at, you know, magical carry in that sense, he's pretty much it. And now the Tuskar, readies his punch, will punch Skywrath Mage in the face, but Skywrath has the ultimate, puts up on the Tusk, and Tusk, well, that's a lot of damage coming in. But Blade Mail can't help, and Slark now pounces away to safety. Stun, no, actually misses. And Slark is still alive, and they lost that Tuskar. Oh, hook up on the Skywrath Mage. Can they clean him up? There is no BKB. The ultimate is there. Troll Warlord now running back. Cannot actually initiate. Skywrath Mage buys back immediately. Crystal Maiden, why are you so far in? You die so quickly. And the Troll Warlord, once again with his ultimate, seemed like he cast it like 4 times so far. Slark, can he get him? Troll Warlord now. So dead. He does actually drop it. Pudge. Can you find an additional hook? Next assassin skulking around. That word. And the Pudge cannot find that hook. qojqva walks away.
Yeah, there is still a gem on Pudge, so if you had found one, then qojqva would have been in a heap of trouble. But has to actually find it. And it's surprising how long qojqva has actually survived in all of these engagements. He's bought his own gem like 20 minutes ago or something,
like,
and he hasn't lost it yet.
Clutch as fuck that was. The pounce was nearly there. He blinked away, and the Orchid already happened on qojqva. But he's out. He's fine. And he'll have a E-Blade pretty soon.
Yeah, but I gotta say, as much as I said that all the Radiant has to do is kill Slark and then start pushing and killing everything, the Dire kinda just has to kill FATA Skywrath Mage and then not give qojqva all the freedom in the world in order to do pretty much the same.
Oh,
and they are looking to do it, but all they find is a Rubick, which is decent. But
yeah, get
you really
the
have
hell
to
out.
fight
Next.
FATA.
TP, qojqva as well. qojqva, why are you staying in? Are you that bold? Hook! Oh, perfect hook from the Pudge. Carapace is gonna help. He laughs because he just found it. Now the Orchid is there. He's dead. It doesn't even matter. He's just gonna stand over. Seriously, just a what? Just like I don't even care. Why would you hook there?
Why would you hook there? Because you were there.
Brain, man. And oh, yep, he did find the gem. Silencer picks it up. I used TP there. The Pudge finds a lucky hook up on qojqva, and that spells his doom. Why? Why, he asks, but that's about it. Oh, and the Skywrath Mage finding Tuskar once again.
Totally by himself in the mid lane, which is a big mistake, but the Slark is actually, he knows where FATA is now, so he's on the hunt. But all he's gonna find
for the troll. He can kill him so easily, unless there's a lucky bash. Well, that is, troll needs to actually decide to attack you, but he just went in that shadow dance and was invisible, and now Skywrath is laughing. Will he be laughing after Slark jumps on him? There's no Orchid though quite yet, and he can actually put on the ultimate, do a lot of damage to Slark, and now Slark is very much dead with the help of the ultimate from Crystal Maiden. Now Rubick will be chasing after that Silencer. When he actually still Dark Pact, not the best spell still, to be honest, and Silencer, well, gets away here. No more mana of Skywrath.
2 Force Staffs ready in case he does get in trouble, and there you go. And the Slark actually bought back, had himself a nice bucket of gold, but buyback probably the best way to use it. So all he finds is a CM, which is, again, it's just a support. She does have the mech, so she's more important than the Rubick in that case. But most more importantly, Troll Warlord's dead, so now they can actually do a bit more pushing. And that tier 2 in the mid lane, they wanted it for a while, but it's still not dead. And now, instead of getting that, they're gonna go for Roshan, which is actually probably the best choice. The question is, how fast can they get it? And no, qojqva actually TPs into the top lane, so there is not gonna be any congestion. So a pretty free Aegis for the Slark. That's gonna make a pretty big difference. Oh, why are you doing that, Pudge?
Well, they can't do much about it. They're really out of position, so it doesn't really matter. As Slark picks up the Aegis. Yeah, it's funny to think that there's anything in this game other than killing heroes, because we're 56-59 at 46 minutes, and there's still towers about. No tier 3s were barely damaged, and Roshan, that's the first time he's been picked up, when they can pretty much kill him very quickly with level 25 heroes and so much farm on everybody. So yeah, you win by killing this thing, it seems. You know, not by killing heroes 100 times.
You need to kill heroes to get the advantage that you need to go uphill, that you need to win the game. It's like missing a bounce on the Rubick, because he has a Force Staff, has no issue with that. So.
Oh, Force-stepped in by the Ancient Apparition, but manages to get away. Skywrath Mage and all the power. No, wow, that hook was so close, but did not actually land. And Skywrath. It's just going to be a battle of initiations. Who managed to initiate from further away? It seems like the Nyx Assassin wants to be the first one in. Stun on the Silencer. Ultimate. Everybody's in there. The Polar Punch did happen. AA ult also coming in. Rubick silence. Finally, there's silence everywhere, but the Tuskar is going to get hit upon. And now the Midas, the Aegis did pop. And Slark now back. Troll Warlord. Oh, eating a lot of damage. And the Pudge, can they clean him up from really far away? Skywrath Mage finally has the cooldown again, but no mana actually up, and Crystal Maiden puts up another Nova to slow them down, but gets hooked by the Pudge. Should drop very quickly. Walrus Punch again. This has been happening for so long, but it seems like the Radiant are losing because 3 are dead and no mana for Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, a lot of damage being dealt to pretty much all of the dire heroes, but none of them actually died, except for the Slark, who did have the Aegis. And if he hadn't had that Aegis, it would have been easy chase to pick off every single dire hero. So it just shows how important.
Nyx, no, he's fine. Nyx manages to survive that, but Tusk actually does it, but a hook into Skywrath Mage ultimate immediately, but it's not going to do too much damage when divided between the Pudge and the Slark. They both survive it, and they can keep on doing this, and Skywrath can't buy back this time. No mana. Oh, Pudge wants to find him. There is the gem. They see the Nyx Assassin, but not going to be able to get him. And tier 3, that's the first tier 3 dropping. Finally, Rubick, why are you being pushed in? Oh, it was pushed in by the AA, and then pushed out himself, and qojqva just jumps in. I don't even care. If I get a kill, I don't mind if I die. And he did get the AA, and drops himself, buys back immediately, TP's in. What can he do against the Slark on his own? Invisibility, and he dropped the gem already. And Slark has 2 gems, and Pudge has 1. Look at this, 2 gems on Slark. Not even kidding. Is he gonna drop here? He will. Oh, the Frostbite, and 2 gems on the ground. One for each. One for each. 1 Rubick, and 1 for Nyx Assassin.
And they did not get the racks. They were just too distracted by qojqva's Nyx, making sure to use all that money that he had gotten from all of those kills all around the place to just save up for buyback, to make sure that to just buy so much time that they didn't really have the power to bring down those racks. And yeah, this Slark really isn't doing all that much damage as he really could have. It goes to show that IF Skadi doesn't really make you all that great of a tank, not nearly as much as a Butterfly would do, or something like a Crit, or an MKB, or a Desolator. If he had one of those, he probably would have gotten these racks. Instead he has a Skadi, which makes him nicely tanky, but what does tankiness mean if you're just gonna get hit by Dagon 5s constantly? And the next pickup, it's an ultimate orb, so that can either be another Skadi if he's feeling frisky, or just a Manta style, which would actually make sense.
But Sheep Stick also comes to mind, and
oh yeah,
it's
Sheep
nice.
Stick would also be a pretty decent pickup. But I really think he needs a BKB, because again, there were so many nukes on the Radiant team, and he's mostly dying to those. He doesn't really care about the Troll Warlord, who still has so little. Picked up his BKB, still has Hammer of the Dominator and a Talisman of Evasion, and the rest of his Butterfly is nowhere in sight, and it's not gonna come anytime soon either.
Yeah, what we do actually need to take a look at is the Ancient Apparition, the support, the Ancient Apparition and the Silencer. Both are very close. Actually, Ancient Apparition just needs to buy it. He has the money to get their own Sheep Sticks, and 2 additional Sheep Sticks will be very, very helpful when dealing in a team fight with a Troll Warlord and with a Skywrath Mage. I mean, 2 Sheep Sticks, that's a lot coming in from the supports. And on the side of the Radiant, Crystal Maiden has a Ghost Scepter, pretty much. That's about it, and Rubick isn't close to anything, it seems. So the supports might actually win the case, and there's a smoke up. They want to find out Pudge. Jumps in and immediately ults the Crystal Maiden. There is the Global Silence, but the Troll Warlord doesn't really care. He just hits you. He doesn't need spells for that, especially with the BKB. But 1 against 5. Oh, now he's completely stuck, and he does drop very, very quickly. The stun hits a lot, but they have to back off immediately with a dead CM. Rubick, can they find the Rubick? Very fast Slark, 5-2-2. Well, it's Slark, and oh, the hook. Beautiful there. Rubick will drop as well. 3 dead. And this could be the racks, and this could be even more. Ancient Apparition picks up his own Sheepstick. Like we just said, Nyx Assassin tries to look for someone, because he could probably kill someone on his own with Dagon 5.
And the Slark is making a Lincoln Sphere. Why? Why are you doing this? Why you do this to me? And it's kinda useful-ish, but that's gonna block one arcane bolt.
Beautiful on the Nyx. That was a beautiful ice shards. And oh, now you get the gem. Where's the gem? How many are there? There's one on Pudge and one on Tusk right now. And the Rex at the bottom getting wailed upon. I think the Dire got this. Even though Slark is going for tanky items for no reason.
Yeah, at this point, there's just no way that... Well, actually, FATA does find a kill on the Tusk, but now he's gonna
hook! Beautiful hook again, and the Slark will clean him up. This is pretty much... FATA asks for dope, but the Pudge keeps finding those beautiful hooks. I think the Dire finally got this. I don't want to call it because I don't honestly know, but...
Well, Troll Warlord is resurrecting at least, so they do have some fighting chance to at least defend their second racks. But again, this Troll has so little, so...
No, ultimate hook! Oh, that's a Rubick hook! And Force Staff immediately, but that was facing the wrong direction, and Ancient Apparition finally drops and won't be able to use his Sheepstick. The hook misses from Pudge, and Skywrath finally... Oh, the hook for Rubick! No! Okay, just short of range. Silencer will get slowed, but he's too far away, I believe. Can they get him? Can they? Yep, ultimate. Yep. That's the ultimate comes in. Silencer, but no, Sheepstick immediately comes in from... Actually, yeah, the Silencer did manage to pick it up on a Troll Warlord. Tries to get the Slark. There's no gem on their side, I think, the Radiant. At this point, there is no gem on the Radiant. Is there? Oh, there is on FATA, actually, but he was just far away. Hook? What hook did I hear? Okay, Pudge. I never know if it's Rubick or Pudge.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about playing Rubick against the Pudge. It's really hard to find that hook because you can just immediately rot afterwards and then it's impossible to steal it. But when you do get it, it's just so much fun. Especially when you get like the simultaneous hook. That's one of the funniest things in Dota. Hitting hooks on each other and then just switching plays and wondering what the fuck just happened.
Oh man, it's bringing me back memories of Pudge Wars where if two people hook the same one, he explodes.
That's also wonderful.
That is awesome.
Hey, if you're getting pulled two ways at the same time, your body's not gonna be able to handle that.
Yeah, that's what should happen when Rubick and Pudge hook the same person. It doesn't. They just gets hooked by one of them and then the other one. But that's totally what should happen in that incredibly rare occasion. And with that said, Valve, instead of Frostivus or other crap, just put in Pudge Wars, please. I would really, really like Pudge Wars on Dota 2.
Please. And while you're at it, make some OMG Dota as well. That would be nice too. Yeah, Radiant now grouping up again for pretty much their final push, you could almost call it. They did manage to defend their mid-racks, but they are racks down and they are really trailing behind. And the only saving grace that they have is that the Slark is kind of running out of...
item slots?
Yeah, item. I mean, he could sell his Shadow Blade for something else, and his Orchid for something else, and his Eye of Skadi and his Lincoln Sphere for some better carry items. So honestly, I just...
He could get better items, for fuck's sake!
Yes, he could, but... Yeah, he is kind of running out, whereas Troll Warlord still has plenty of room. He just doesn't really find the farm.
Oh, they just go for the Troll Warlord every time the Slark is there. The Pudge hook from behind doesn't do too much, and the Tuskar did come in here. The Dagon flew out. Silencer manages to get Crystal Maiden. That's it. But Skywrath Mage puts out the ultimate, does a lot of damage to Slark, but he has so much HP. Pudge now in the air. Silencer tried to clean up the Nyx Assassin, manages to do so, and he's already doing so much damage. The hook is there, finds the Rubick, and that's everybody dead to no one. I think that's it. I'm not sure though. Do they have any buyback whatsoever? No. Okay. I think the game is over. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much game. A completely one-sided team fight with a really odd play from the Troll Warlord, not using his blocking bar at all as he was being initiated upon, and then using it just a fraction of a second before the Silencer ultied. And so he couldn't even activate his Rampage and at least do a little bit of damage back. And Slark wisely, fuck Rax, we're gonna get the tier 4 towers and get the throne, because that's how you win the game, remember? You explained it a little while ago.
Yeah, I did.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Tuskar has Sung and Yasha. Whatever.
Aw.
I don't know what items are going for.
Radiant's
Well played, guys, but I'm Slark, and Slark, as Miguel has shown us, wins
Slark
games.
clearly OP.
Definitely. Clearly OP finally in his back in, and oh, the Walrus Punch to end the game as the throne explodes. And that's it. Dire victory. We ended it with 75 to 61.
In 57 minutes. That's a pretty decent skill score. I can say that this is a decent game. I enjoyed it.
It was nice. It was kind of freaking crazy, but well, that's what happens when you have a Slark and a Pudge and a Nyx and a Skywrath, which is just range everywhere. I mean, if we had a Bat Rider, it was just gonna be even crazier, I think. That's it, I guess, for today. We decided to just go up with one short game, well, one long game for today, as there's so much to watch with the International West Qualifiers up later on the Eastern, and yeah, that's about it. My name is KOKOStern. With me was Onin. Thanks for joining me, dude. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at the bottom right here. And if you want to contact me directly, it's KOKOSternContact@gmail.com. And as far as announcement goes for us, at least for me, hopefully Onin, I want to say Jonin will be able to Onin me. Onin will be able to join me, casting more stuff. I'm talks with Natolik. I don't want to say anything yet because it's not completely sure, but I'm in talks with them, and I might be casting whatever it is that comes up with for them. And that's really, really cool. So thanks a lot for watching. We would very much appreciate it if you subscribe. And Ona, unless I forgot anything, did I forget anything?
I can't think of anything. Have fun watching TI3 and
Definitely.
qualifiers and such. Everything. Much
Yes.
Dota. Fun Dota.
Lots of Dota coming in from the good studio and then BTS International. Woo! And I'm gonna call Q Pandas first place on the Group B. Let's
You're
see what
mad.
happens. I'm a crazy motherfucker. Let's see what happens. Thanks a
It's
lot for
obviously
watching.
mouz that's gonna win, because we just did an episode on them and we're the Dota prophets, remember?
That's true, actually. So it's anyways, it's between mouz and Q Panda. But we'll see what happens. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.
Goodbye.